Hey guys! So today we are going to do a caged mouth effect. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, so we'll see. This isn't really an original idea, but I will be combining it with some other things to make it a little bit more original. So here we go.
So what we're going to do first is take our water activated paints and paint a general wide area black here. Then I am taking the alcohol activated paints and taking the dark brown shade first, and then I will take the darker red shade. Next, I'm just taking some water on a cotton ball and cleaning up some of the areas that I realized I'm not going to use. And I usually just, since it's just water and I wore a throwaway shirt, I just wiped off the excess paint there. And anyways, it'll come right out of clothes. It's just water activated. Then I just go ahead and go back over some of the parts that I actually wanted black, but couldn't keep it there when I was touching up. So here I'm just rolling out cotton balls and tearing little strips of that out. I am just taking liquid latex, laying a little bit down, and then I will put a piece of cotton right on top of there. Then I just saturate the cotton I just put on there as carefully as I can. Some cotton's gonna come off, but that's okay. You can try to stick it back on, or you can just get rid of it. Fully saturate that cotton and then start pulling it apart, pulling it down, creating wispies and tangles almost and tears. Keep going until you've reached this kind of stage where you look like you have a really awful mustache. Wink at yourself, make faces. Then you are going to start on the bottom part of your mouth by basically doing the same exact process of laying latex down, sticking cotton on, saturating that cotton again, and pulling up so that you create little wispies. Now don't be afraid to grab your palette knife out and pull a little bit on that latex, separate it, create add even more wisps. Now, as I got to this stage and things started connecting, I realized that parts of my strands were too long and I didn't like the sticking out. So I went ahead and got my little tiny, I call them my eyebrow scissors. I don't know if that's what they're actually supposed to be used for, but that's what I use them for. And of course this. And I just cut off the extra and try to smush together those ends. After getting most of my latex down, I realized that I thought I wanted a little bit more wisp. So in spots that I thought were bare, I took a little bit of extra cotton and laid that down across the spots that I felt needed to be filled up more. Now what I'm doing is taking some of the brown from my water activated paint palette, and I don't want it to be too opaque, but I'm laying this down where the latex is because whenever we put our foundation on, we don't want to be able to have a very obviously pale place where the latex is, so this will just help blend it into the skin more. We're going to go ahead and put our foundation on our skin now. We're going to put it all over our caged mouth first, and then we will put it all over our face and blend our normal skin and the latex and cotton together so it's not easy to see where one ends and the other begins. Then taking our alcohol activated paints and putting some red, the dark red, into the crevices to create more depth and color. Taking more of the alcohol activated paints, I took a lighter red color, almost like a flesh looking color, and mixed it with a darker red and put that on the edges of the tears to give the illusion of irritation. Now I'm taking a brown from a old eyeshadow palette, just a really cheap one that I don't use very often, so I don't have to worry about ruining it or anything. And I'm taking that cool toned brown and lightly dusting it all over the surface of the latex to add more texture to our skin. The next thing we're going to do is take our scab blood and a palette knife and make the insides of this mouth look juicy and just give it a little more dimension. Now we can't forget the mascara so we can look cute for all the boys.